This video is roughly a half-mile trail, about 45 minutes old in a relatively woodsy environment. The dog is 10-month-old Ruin. He's a Hanoverian hound, and he's working in a condition now where we're working on proximity alerts and also buried evidence. In this case, I took shell casings and I buried them in two separate locations at key points along the trail. Really great little dog. Fantastic to watch his dedication to the trail and absolutely zero distraction to anything. These woods are chock full of every animal you can imagine, but he doesn't pay any notice to any of it. Now, this proximity alert is a completely different animal. Things have changed dramatically. The dog stopped. He's gazing hard to the right after a quick look to the left. And there's obviously some changes taking place. He's not exactly sure what to do because there's not a scent cone on the wind to follow, but he knew something was coming there from the right. Watch him do another quick look up here. It's coming real quick. He's going to do another hard gaze to the right, probably due to the fact that we had some swirling wind coming from over there. Super important alert. This is one of the most important ones that you can get, and it's probably telling you this is a person, unlike the proximity alert that we had before, which is relative to a scent pool and a simulated IED. The preceding dog body language was a classic indicator of a button hook maneuver that the trail layer took. The dog physically stopped, was gazing hard to the right, continued on, gazed to the right again, went a little bit further, stopped, and then again looked to the right. It's pretty much an indication that this is where your subject has gone to. There's no direct wind scent coming to the dog's nose. He can only know this by swirling wind. So instead, the dog opts for the trail itself. What we really need to do is be super careful in these types of conditions because this is a perfect ambush setup. You can get hit from the right, not even know that that's where it's coming from, and those early alerts were the only thing you had to go by. This is a second to last proximity alert, and it's also coupled with a fairly large scent pool. A scent pool is based on, number one, a big turn, and then also buried evidence that I left nearby to just see what the dog would do. This is a young dog that hasn't had really any evidence left on the trail before, so it's something we have a little bit of an interest in. But these types of scent pools can be one of the most difficult to work. When you have a scent pool that doesn't have a clear direction of travel, coupled with proximity scent to the subject fairly close, that's drifting on the wind and depositing fresh odor in different places. The reason why this is such a difficult scent pool is because the dog knows the person's close but doesn't have a clear direction on how to get there. The other issue is the simple fact that you've got a lot of fresh odor on top of an older trail, and the dog has to wade through all of this in an attempt to get directly to the source. The problem is there's absolutely no scent cone. This trail was set up as a button hook ambush with the scent not in favor of the dog. So all this fresh odor is just swirled odor that ended up landing back on top of the trail at the corner of the turn. So this is where patience is absolutely a must. You have to take your time. You have to be very careful, and you don't push the dog. Unfortunately, this is also where a lot of trailing dog handlers will either push their dogs right off the trail or lose the trail because they misunderstand this body language. They think it might be a distraction, or the dog lost it, or the dog's on to something else. What this is, my friends, is this is a proximity alert in a big scent pool. It takes time to work this out. I mean, look at this. This is almost a couple minutes. One small turn.
we go. Yeah.
Okay guys, this is the last and final alert. The dog is really getting quite excited. The handler recognizes it, takes a position of cover and concealment, and then watches the dog. And then he notices the camera set on the log that shows his presence. I'm not too far away. I'm actually to the right and about 30 yards off, and you can see the dogs really get my odor right there. And I can't see them. As a matter of fact, I can barely hear them. I hear some sticks breaking, but that was really about it. So this proximity alert was safe enough to keep the team in a fairly good position of advantage, and if they practice good light and noise discipline, especially if it's in hours of darkness, I think this is going to be one of those situations where you could turn the tables on the other party. So this is really an excellent trail.
Okay, go ahead and let him run in. Let's let him run in and get you.
Yeah, boys. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. Good boys. Yeah.
Trying to get a hold of Dale. And I can he's not on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, he's eating the apple.
Oh, come here, bud.
Yeah, buddy.
Good boy.
Did you guys find the 410 round?
Yeah, we did.
Both of them?
Yeah.
I just found. I saw one of them.
He found one of them.
Did he react to them?
Yeah.
The last one.
The last one was
He hit his nose right on it and kept going.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Here, bud.
He hasn't been trained for evidence at all, or anything like this.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
Huh?
I mean, your odor was
odor's on
probably all over.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it on your belt.
What a good boy.
You know, this is so difficult for a dog to ignore the crouching. They were doing crouching all the time. Just to ignore this, just to doesn't care.
Was he focused where I was?
It
Yeah.
was.
Oh, he knew where I was?
right when we made that turn up there.
The
Yeah.
camera?
Yeah.
Yes,
We were-
we
Yeah.
stopped at the camera.
We stopped right in front of it.
Down right in front of it.
Yeah.
To assist him. But then
Come here, buddy.
looking around, you see this little ditch, and it's like, that's where I
Here
am.
he is.
He's just laying machine gun right here and racks everywhere.
Well, now you see exactly what I was
This
setting up.
dog is incredible.
What?
I figured one of two things were going to happen. I tried to set up a good button hook. The whole idea was I'd see you guys come across this way, and I knew the wind wouldn't be in his favor. But I was hoping I was going to get a bead on you guys this way. But I knew the wind was going to be in his favor here. But I just expected you guys to be a little bit noisier. I really didn't hear much of anything. I heard.
Oh, really?
It seemed at one point the wind was in his favor blowing across.
Yeah.
It was.
Moving
And
down
then it
that
shifted
road.
behind us.
It shifted behind us. It was
Yeah.
blowing.
Yeah.
So he would overshoot and come back. So.
Nice job with the lead and everything.
I run this old swamp way.